Get the people up in here. Yo, what's up, people? How y'all doing? Y'all know what's crack-a-lacking. Me and Reggie Wright Jr. in this motherfucker again for another week. What's up, Regs? You up in here? Reg's like he got the snacks going or something going. He fumbling around.
Yeah, about to make some popcorn.
About to make some popcorn. What
Pop-
up?
Got my popcorn ready.
That's what's up. What
Sit
up?
back and listen tonight.
That's right. What up, B Dash Lee? What up, 420 FM? What's up? How y'all doing? Nervin number 7. What's going on, family? What's crack-a-lacking? Y'all up in here? We back. What up, Nick B? King Third? Alton Walker? What's this? Musafer Obama? Okay, Atlantic City in here. Big Mike, my homie, up in here. Kenneth McLean in here. Ro Clark, Reggie Roberts, everybody up in here. How y'all feeling tonight? Lamar H, Peoples 212. So what's up, family? How y'all been? You know, how y'all like that Sharitha Knight interview? It was on point, wasn't it, y'all? Uh-oh, Thickums up in this motherfucker. Thickums and Andy Pooh, what up? Pooh 007, what up, what up, what up? So listen, y'all. First of all, family, let's thank Reggie Wright Jr. for landing us that Sharitha Knight interview. Thank you very much, Reggie. We appreciate that, man, because that was a great interview, and we just appreciate you setting that up and making it happen.
What up, real?
Hey, what's up? We here just we just thanking you for that interview, baby. That's it. Thank you for the interview, for the Sharitha Knight interview. That's what we thanking you for, man.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. That's fair. That's what we're here for.
Oh, most definitely.
We're both here to put it out. We tag teaming them.
That's what
tearing up the other channels.
That's right. That's what we do.
We tag teaming them.
That's what we supposed to do. Tear their ass up. Just make it happen. Make it pop off. And we ain't stopping.
Oh no. This ain't gonna stop for a while. Oh, no. We got plenty more people to deal with.
That's right.
Talk to.
Plenty more people. That's right. It was good. Hey, you know, let me take a special a second out to thank you haters. The haters that's coming in, you know, before you get started, let me thank you motherfuckers, because without you motherfuckers, a lot of this shit wouldn't be possible, because haters, let me tell you what a hater is. A hater ain't nothing but an undercover fan. That's all they are. That's all they are. Undercover motherfucking fans. They like your shit. A hater will hate your shit, but they will tune in and watch your shit to see what you're doing, because they like your shit, but they hate you that much, and they don't want to be like, well, shit, I ain't gonna let him know I like what he's doing, but I still hate him. I like him, but I hate him. We love you too. I love you too. But we're not finna give you motherfuckers no space tonight. Fuck y'all still. So yeah, Regs, we gonna get Giovanni on the phone. Giovanni is standing by. Let me get him on. He says he's coming in tonight with us, and I spoke with him earlier, you know, so let's get him going on. Let me pull him up here. Get him on. This is Reggie Wright Jr., the actor. Let's get it. Yo. Yeah, Diddy about to be on all the blogs tomorrow, for real. But he'll be all right. You know, real talk.
Hello?
Hey, what up, Giovanni? How you doing, my brother? You good?
What's going on?
Hey, good, man. I got Reggie Wright Jr. on the phone, and we live. How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm blessed for the best, man. How y'all feeling?
We good.
Hey. How you doing, G?
What's up, Reggie, man? What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. See, you got my mannerism down to the pack, to the Pierce. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I was telling go ahead.
No, I was just saying they haven't put you in that much with us talking or nothing, but I hear that's coming in the next episode. But But
Oh
yeah, so
man.
you got the mannerism down. I wish they would have let you did it for real and had that gun pointed at those niggas. But I guess
Well, you know what?
they tried to
Here's the
keep it
funny part.
G-rated.
On the set, I pulled out my gun and they cut the scene because they said that the case. I don't know. They said something about the case still being investigated. They didn't want nothing to try to come back and bite you in your ass later on in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. Did you see the
I
first
guess.
episode, my introductory episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, with fairness, you know I wasn't there, so they ad-libbing a lot. I'll just show you the things that the real behind it, and I'm not trying to critique it because I know how they got to kind of make it all fit into
Right.
the limited time space that they have. But I wasn't at the office when they came and raided the office. Uh,
Wow.
I was actually at the storage getting a car because they had
Wow.
did a ruse to trick me to get the car up there because they were trying to get the Impala. And so I was at the storage. Me and the realist was up there
Wow.
trying to get the car. And I'm always late, so I was a little late for that. But they were raiding my house, Miss Shalate's grandmother's house, and the office all at the same time. So that was a one inaccuracy.
Did they never try to
but,
reach? Did they never try to reach out to you to get your side of that story so it could be accurate?
Oh, we lawyered up. I had. No, you talk about the production side. No one.
Yeah.
I have talked to Greg Cadings a few times, so he knows the real. I don't remember how they wrote it in the book, but they know. They all know I wasn't at the office. I never met Fred Miller or Russell Poole before in my life.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So they put that
Yeah.
scene in the script. Wow, I never knew that. I wish I had known all this before.
That
But
part,
next
and let me tell you another inaccuracy on the one for today. We were in the back of the studio. You see how they had it coming out? I mean, that was really dark. That looked like Dark Challenge. That looked like the place where the Soul Train Awards happened at, where y'all was at
that was
coming out
that
in
was
the
the
front.
Shrine Auditorium. That was the exact place.
That was the shrine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where we were going to have a bunch of homies come in, and they stopped them from coming in because they were going to really rush the stage. That's why they were talking about rushing the stage and stuff like that with Suge. But they stopped them. But we went through the back in the Hummer. Well, I was in the car with Frank in his car, and then Suge and the Outlaws and Tupac was in the Hummer. And but they were coming through the back, in the back of the back of the place. That's where they usually set up for. That's probably why y'all said that. That's where they have all the campers and the trailers and all of that in the back of the in the back parking lot. And that's where they had. And that's where we ran into Puff and them at. So that's where the incident happened. It didn't happen in the front because if it would happen in the front, it was probably 1,000 people standing out front of the shrine.
Oh wow! Wow.
Yeah, but that's other than that.
Next week's episode is a heavy one, man. It's a heavy one.
It's heavy.
That's the big thing with me, Josh Dermel, and Joaquin Woodbine, and it's just us three.
Okay. Yeah, that's when they get in. I guess when the pre and stuff. Maybe I don't know if that's when they came to my house or whatever.
Yeah, that's when they came.
That's when I met them. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
They came
so they're gonna come to my house, and then they're gonna arrest Teresa Swan at her house. So I can pretty much tell you how that story's gonna go if they do it right. But overall, the production and all of that seemed to be great. I mean, and I understand that some of the people take stuff word for word, and they'll be quoting it all year. Well, they said this in the movie. They said this in the show.
Right.
Which they got to understand. They can't quote everything word for word because
they weren't there.
You can't just fit. You can't. It was that, but I'm saying you can't fit it in. You can't.
Right.
Fit.
Too much.
Them as writers and stuff, it's too much. And so
that's the reason why the Michael Jackson American Dream movie was 6 hours long.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now let me say.
But cool, man. I appreciate you, doing it and being proud to play the part. And, and like I said, everybody saying, good-looking young man. You say they put the weight on. How you doing getting it off? What you doing to get that 60 pounds off?
Man, you know what? I've been lazy, man. I just booked another role that I gotta lose 60 pounds for, but I'm gonna get on it soon, ASAP.
Bad.
Okay,
Now,
okay. Well, good luck with that.
hold on, let me say
I
something.
mean, we get a
Go ahead,
season
man.
two. We get a season two. I'm gonna
Right,
have to gain it right back.
right. Now hold on.
You think that's a possibility? Do you? Go
I
Ho-
ahead.
think
I'm
so.
sorry.
Hold on, y'all. Let me say something. I don't want to cut
Okay.
nobody off real quick. Let me before I forget him. Let me thank Freedom All TV. He donated $10. Thank you very much, Freedom All. We appreciate the donations. You know we don't beg for them or we don't ask, but we do appreciate them. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Now, like Giovanni, how does it feel, man? Just being able, just you are there. You living what the history, playing the role of Reggie Wright Jr. How does that feel when you just going back to all these like tonight scene and with the Tupac and Biggie situation where this all started at? How did it make you feel? You know, just doing that part, doing that role right there for that part.
Well, like I was talking and I said last time, I always want to play somebody, and roles are running out for black people to play, as far as biographies. And when I got the role for Reggie Wright, like I said, it was hard to find a lot of research on this man, but the little that I did find, along with the directors, and some people close to him
What?
coming up, can you hear me?
You have it over?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying, it feels great, man, to be a part of history like that. I mean, my daughter's 15. She don't know nothing about Tupac or Biggie, and just to be a part of that history, that time capsule, man, is overwhelming feeling, because the show has been getting such great reviews. And to answer Reggie's question, I do think it's uh, a possible for a season two of Unsolved, because the people are raving about it. So to be a part of that and to be playing somebody that's still alive,
Hmm.
you know, is great. And to talk to the man that I'm playing, and tell me that he appreciates my performance playing him, it's a blessing, man. God is king of all, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this brand, and I look forward to hopefully a season two playing Reggie Wright Jr.
Oh, that'd be great because you know you need more role. You know you need a bigger part, man. And I'm looking forward for next week's episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times with pieces like this, they like to, build the character up, introduce the character and build them up, get that background story. So second seasons of these shows, roles like mine, Reggie Wright Jr., are a lot more expanded later on, because people really want to know. Reggie Wright Jr. is a very, very, very important piece of this pie. Very, very important piece of this puzzle. So God willing, the second season, you'll get to know more about Reggie Wright, where how he came up, how he was raised. You probably get to meet his father. You probably get to see him when he was a police officer in a uniform. So that's what I love about it.
Facts. Yo, Reggie, you want to add anything to it?
No, no, no. He hit it all right on the nail.
Okay. Well, Giovanni, you know what, man? I know I told you I wasn't gonna keep you long, and I appreciate you just coming on for the short time. And you will be back with us next week when the bigger role come in, and you know you will be chopping it up with us the full time that we on. Am I right?
Yes, sir. My episode next week is equivalent to Lamar Tate's episode tonight.
Okay. That's what's up.
Who's Lamar Tate, the guy that played Keepy D?
Yeah, going to play QPD.
Yeah, that's on
That's the guy
Lorenz
that played.
Tate.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Lorenz Tate brother, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Lorenz Tate's brother.
Okay. That
Yep.
Okay.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, well, Giovanni,
Okay.
brother, thank you, man, for even coming through and being a part of this, man. And man, we will be next week. We will have you back, and you will be with us much longer. Like I said, I appreciate you for even giving us a little time that you did give us, family. For real. You want to shout anybody
And
out?
man, I first I just want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to thank to the whole USA
Amen.
Network, Anthony Hemingway. I want to thank you guys over there, 313 Detroit, Reggie Wright. I want to thank you for just being born and being a part of the legacy. And I'll talk to you guys next week. And next week is going to be a jaw dropper.
Oh shit!
All right.
Hey,
Oh
we
yeah.
we ain't gonna give away
All right. Thanks, G
nothing.
man.
Thank you, G. Man, appreciate you, brother, for even coming on with us. Appreciate you, fam.
No problem. And in closing, I will say this, Reggie. next week's episode, bro, you either gonna hate me or hate the writers or love me and love the writers.
All right. Well, I'm not one to complain. We went through an episode with Sharita and we saw how she came off with it, and I had to kind of calm her down because she didn't like how Miss Lockett played her. And it wasn't so much of her playing it was the words that came out of her mouth. And so we had to break it down and understand that how sometimes the writers just have to make stuff.
Next week. That's exactly what I mean when I talk about next week is regarding you, because I'm an actor, so I just read what's put in front of me. I don't know how legit or authentic it is, so I have nothing to do with that.
Exactly. And that's why I said I like how you got my mannerism down and all of that. That's what I say, because I would be like, I wouldn't have let Fred Miller talk to me like that. I would have told him to go play with himself. But anyway,
right?
It's all
right.
good. Yeah.
Hey man,
all right.
Yeah.
Are y'all? But one more thing before we go, G. Are you guys related somewhere down the line? Cause man, hey, you was looking like Reggie for real, man. In last week's episode and this week's episode, mainly this week's episode.
Here's the thing: all light-skinned niggas look alike.
All light-skinned niggas look alike. Yeah.
But I got a little ways to go. I got some little ways to go. Look like that.
Hey man,
you look more like Kevin Hackey.
Nah, he
with
look like
picture up there. Yeah, I'm looking at Kevin Hackey.
Nah, he look more like you, Reg. Real talk.
Right.
I'm looking like, man, is he an illegitimate child or something, or a brother or something? Yeah.
I've never been to Indiana.
I don't know that, so.
Okay. Well, all right, G, man.
Right.
Thank you, man. And I appreciate you, my brother. Peace and love,
Appreciate
family.
you, man.
And we will see you
Looking
next
forward
week.
to talking to you next week.
Next week, God bless.
God bless, my brother.
All right.
All right.
You ever come to California, man, look me up.
I'm in California. I live in California.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I thought you was in Indiana. Oh, okay.
No,
I'm glad to meet up one time.
But I've been in LA for 14 years.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Man, y'all gotta make it happen.
I'll give you a call. We'll chop it up.
I got your number.
Okay.
I'm gonna text you again.
All right, y'all.
I got you. I got you locked in. Okay.
All right,
Okay,
man.
for sure.
For sure.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Wow, see that, ladies and gentlemen, we get y'all the real. That was Giovanni Watson, y'all. He's a great actor, and he's putting it down, playing Reggie Wright Jr. in the Unsolved, USA Network Unsolved. People, when you tune in, you never know who we got on this show. So, Reggie, man, you say you might have a surprise up your sleeve? Somebody?
Yeah, matter of fact, that song when they was in the car.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the car, and there was a song that sounded like Tupac playing. Did y'all catch that?
Yes.
All right. Well, okay. Well, we're going to get the person who actually did that song. Let him explain how he did the song and how it came up and everything. So let me try to get him on the phone. Give me about 2 minutes, bro.
Go ahead, brother. Do your thing.
It shouldn't take me that long.
I should
Okay.
Go ahead. Get him to do your thing. Okay, we got some technicalities on Reggie, and I'm just finding out his phone sounded a little scratchy. We gonna see if we can get him. When he come back, let's see what's going on. See if we can get has it cleared up, and let's make this happen. So get at you, born divine. Got you, baby. I'm on you. Holla family, what's up? I see they had a Gene deal. Yeah, Gene gonna be pissed off when he see that show, because ain't nowhere in the fuck Puffy talk to Gene like that. And I'm telling you off the rip, Gene did not talk to Puff like that, and that's real. That's some real shit. So don't y'all ever think that Puffy talked to Gene like that, cause that shit ain't happening. Gene gonna be pissed off when he see that shit, and I'm gonna get a phone call.
Real, I got you on the.
Yo.
I got you on the line with Real from the 313 family.
What up, Realist?
Real, what's happening, buddy?
What's up, my partner?
What's
Listen,
rocking, baby?
listen. Let me say this real
We were
quick.
doing our little Unsolved show recap.
Yep, yep.
I'm sorry,
That's
bro.
what's up.
Hold on. Let me
And
say this. Let me say
and
this real quick, Rex. Let me say
go ahead.
this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the realest right here. If it wasn't for the realest, what me and Reggie Wright got going on right now, it would not be going on. The realest made this happen. The realest made this possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all owe this to the realest because if it wasn't for the realest making that phone call and putting it through, that guy Rel and Reggie Wright Jr., we wouldn't be working together right now, and we wouldn't be cool like we are right now, ladies and gentlemen. And this is real talk. And salute to you, realist, and I thank you for making that phone call and making this happen, brother. Real talk.
Nah, man, I'm just happy y'all got the squash whatever y'all had going, and I know Reg, you know what I mean, and I know you too, Real. You showed me number love, but I've been knowing Reg for 22 years, man, and it needs to get fixed. And I'm just happy y'all where y'all at right now, and it transpired the way y'all got it going, man. So let's get it cracking, man. It's love.
Oh, for sure, family. Please believe it. You here, and you made this happen. So thank you, bruh. And that's real. That's real talk. So go ahead, Rex. You take this one, baby. You
Well,
take
I was
over.
just gonna say, man, we heard a song in the background in the show, and we were like, that ain't pop. I said, but damn, who is that? And I said, that got to be my boy, the real. So I'm just calling you to see if that was you, and if it was you, if you can explain that song, because they played about 10 or 15 seconds of it.
Yeah, man, I haven't even seen it yet, but yeah, I know that tonight, April 10th episode was the episode, and
Yeah. Okay, April 10th today. Episode 7 is what it was.
yeah, April 10th was the day, yeah, but like the song is myself, Dub C, and C-Ro. Tonight we enemies, you know what I mean? Produced by my man Keys. It's a good record, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know where they put it in, where it went in the episode. But it was a good record, man. And
so if people want to get to it, how can they get to it or listen to it in the full version?
Yeah, how can
That
they get
any
it?
website is up on? Go ahead.
well, Real, you and I was gonna do an episode on you. We're gonna release the whole record
Yes, we
on
are.
a premiere on your show. So it's that day that we do that, and then it'll be up in like another 15, 20 days. Me and Reg is solidifying the distribution and get everything up online. And, it'll be up next 15, 20 days for sale.
Right. Now let's do this because right now we getting a lot of people they're saying right now, Regs, that we sound your end sound horrible. That's what they're saying. It sounds like it's cracking up. Regs, you wanna try to hang up and get your line clear, like call me straight back in. I'm gonna keep the live rolling, and you call right back in and clear the end up and make it clear, Regs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they hearing real okay? Ask them if they're hearing real okay, because it might be my phone if they're hearing real okay.
All right, can you
And I'll
guys
just be quiet and let.
hold on? Can you guys hear the realist? Can you hear the realist, ladies and gentlemen? Real crystal clear. Can you guys hear realist?
Or I can call back, Reg, I can call back in through your line or through Real, or I can call back in if it's my line. It's no problem.
No, it's on Reggie's. So what we do is hang up, everybody hang up, and Reg, get the realist back on the phone, and y'all call me back in so we can clear this line up and make it good because the family they want to hear you crystal clear, realist, because I want to hear you crystal clear, So go ahead and y'all hang up and call.
It's all love.
All right, hang call right back. All right, all right.
All right.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna call us right back, get him on the phone. And it's all good. Shout out to D Block in the motherfucking house. D Block, my number one man, is up in this motherfucker. My main man, my number one guy, my number one hitter. He's up in here. Ain't none of my other people up. Jersey Deep up in this motherfucker. That's my real hitter right there, y'all. So y'all better chill the fuck out. And it's all good. Now Reggie on the iPhone. He ain't got the Android. He's on the iPhone. Like I said, once again, I want to shout out Freedom TV for shooting that $10 donation out. I appreciate that 100%. Freedom All TV, the $10 donation. We appreciate that, family, 100%. And that's real love. Okay. What's up, Big Mike? I see you, man. You good? Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of shit coming. The 313 Live Show podcast is coming back in June. We got that. Hold on. Yo, Reg, we back.
What's up, baby?
Oh, there you go. Crystal clear right there, y'all. Yay.
Sound better? All right, Real's on the phone with him. Man, I'm going to break down, and I don't have an Android. I got an iPhone, but I done dropped it about 100 times. I told you I dropped it when I heard your ass in the hospital talking shit to me, and it fell off my bed. I've been dead cheap and didn't want to go buy one, but I better break down and buy one since I'll have a little bit more time on the streets than I thought.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's right.
Well, go ahead, Real. Sit up, man.
Go get that droid, Red. Go get that droid, man.
No, fuck that droid. It's all about Apple, man. It's all about the iPhone. So yeah, Real.
Shitting me.
What I noticed, Real. They put your song when in the car. The killers was listening to your song as they was riding around getting ready to take out Pac, man. I'm like, no, the fuck they didn't just do that.
Is that where they put it at?
Yes, man. It's playing in the Cadillac.
Damn, I ain't seen it yet. That's
Yo.
They didn't let me know where they was going to place the record. You know what I mean? So, it's Hollywood, man. And the name of the song is Tonight We Ending. So, okay, now it fits.
Right.
Yeah, it's a rider record. You know what I mean? It fits. It fits with what they was going to do.
Yeah, because the song was bumping, dog. It was straight bumping. You needs to go on. Quit bullshitting after we hang up this phone. Send me over a copy of that so I can have it. And we gonna do our show.
Yeah.
But I needs to be bumping that for real.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know they was gonna, put the record on. Okay, we finna go. It's right there, huh? What the Vegas shooting? That's where they put the record at.
Yes, it's in the car. They listening to it in the goddamn car. Then when Orlando sticks his hand out that window and get the dumping, the song is playing. I'm like, no, they didn't put it here. But like you say, it's a rider song. It is a rider song.
Yeah, Hollywood a motherfucker, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. If it wasn't gonna be my record, it'd been another record. So
most definitely.
So just the record made it. That scene, goddamn shit.
Yes, yo.
It is what it is.
For sure. One person just said the song was fire. That's Thickums. Thickums said it was fire.
Yeah, so, but we go release the whole record on the 313, but it'll be up for sale. We got something locked in to put it out, the whole get down there with Bo and Dub on it. And we're going to get the video shot ASAP too within the next 30 days. We're working on just getting Bo in town right now.
That's what's up, baby. That's what's cracking, man. What you got? What other projects you got coming out, man? What's next? Come on, man.
Hey, man. Look, man, so, I got the record. I'm just giving these records away now, man, because, these records was for the All Eyes on Me movie, man. So I'm finna get a record, the All Eyes on Me song that I did for that movie. I'm finna shoot that video produced by Coty as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just lock back in with my man, my Amos partner. Me and Red just got, y'all did the interview with the boy, man, on Red's show. So Casey Amos, so we just gonna lock in, get that record shot. I'm just gonna get these records out, man. Just so many records I'm sitting on, and just get them out to the public, man, so everybody can finally get their ears to them, man. So, and then just release the Remember My Name project. I've been sitting on it. It's been done, been mixed, it's been ready. Just gonna throw it out there, man. Just let the streets have it. I don't even care what they do. I'm just gonna give it to them. Just let them have that project. Me, I'm just focused on, getting behind the screen, got my eye on the lens. Just producing this Death Row Day stuff I'm trying to get done, man. Just get all these artists together, get that project put together, and just get the visual to it, man. Not just the Death Row Days music, but just the Death Row Days visual. Big C Style, DOC, and Red, and just put this whole thing together and see what happened with it, man.
For sure.
It's a project that I swear to God, y'all will have to watch it and listen to it and pay attention to it, because it's gonna be from us and it's gonna be about us and it's gonna be what everybody think they know, but it's gonna be some shit that you don't know. Because it's gonna start from the late '80s all the way up into the early 2000s when I departed. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
it's gonna be some good shit.
Good.
You know.
Good deal. Hold on.
And it's real. It ain't no. We ain't got no suck MCs in the middle of none of this shit. It's just gonna be all the real motherfuckers.
Right. Hold on. Let me shout out. Hold on. Let me shout out Golden Girl and thank you for the donation of the $1.99. We don't beg for it. We don't ask for it, but we do appreciate it, and I thank you very much,
Man.
Miss Golden.
Yeah,
Girl.
man. That goes on gas money, man. $1.99 can put something in the tank. You shitting me, Golden Girl?
It gets put a half a tank.
That nigga,
it can do that, Reggie.
Nigga, I got a Cadillac. $1.99 ain't gonna do nothing for that. But I appreciate it, and like I say, I don't beg for it. You know, we don't have a Patreon account, and we don't hide. You know, we don't sell our content to you. We give it to you because you are our family, and the content is for you guys. We do this for you guys, so I'm not gonna put a price on that. Here you go. It's for you. Now let's have it. Go ahead, Real. It's back on you, baby.
Hey, Real, they were asking about a song called I'm Good. They want you to explain it and tell us about a song called I'm Good.
I'm Good record. It's a record done with the Outlaws, all Outlaws on there, man. Again, that record was for the All Eyes on Me movie, but I'm gonna put it on the Remember My Name album. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Fatal's on there. Everybody know, Edie. You know what I mean? They delivered on there, man, and it's produced by the homeboy Keys. It's a phenomenal record, man. It's a good record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna all that shit's finna get ready to come to like fruition, man. It's time to put all of it out. It's done. It's mixed. Everything is done. Bernie Grummy's been mastered, so everything is done, man. I got risky artwork. It's just putting it out now. So everything's been done on all that, man. I'm Good is a great record. It's a feel-good summertime record. I think I probably put that record out after the Stevie J record I have and just chase it with that. It's a good summer record, man. So I don't know how they found out about that record. Who the fuck I know it ain't leaked. I know that record is not leaked. I don't know how they know about that record, man. You know what I mean? It's not leaked. If they leaked it, it's not the full version of everybody on it. So I know that much. Because I did a couple of different versions. So if it's the version that you heard, you haven't heard the version with all Outlaws on it. I know that much.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I know that motherfucking much.
Okay, now Reggie, has a question for you. Somebody said, which one are you liking so far, the All Eyes on Me movie or the Unsolved? Which one are you liking?
You said Unsolved and which one?
Between the All Eyes on Me and the Unsolved, which one is the best one you see? The best move so
only
far?
Thing about the All Eyes on Me, only thing about the All Eyes on Me movie I liked was the performances. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Unsolved, I understand the story, so I know the story, so I know where they're going with it.
Mm-hmm.
But being a part of it, and if you read the book and you know everything, you'll be kind of disappointed with how they cram in a lot of stuff. But you got to cram a lot of stuff because you don't want an investigation. You can't draw it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you read the book, and for those that read the book, you'll be like, well, they left this out, or this.
Yeah, it's for TV, so you only get 40 minutes, 20 minutes is commercials. So you know what I mean? It's only so much they go get to give them.
Right.
But by far, other than the performances, by far, Unsolved. Yeah.
Okay. Now, really, someone told me, Free 'em All TV want me to ask you, do you plan on doing an album with Sebo?
Man, me and Sebo got 2 albums done. I mean, he has them. You know what I mean? He's gonna put them out with new stuff. Me and Sebo never stopped working together. That was one of the best things that came out of me being on Death Row was meeting Sebo and just being able to just keep that whole West Coast Mafia movement going. But yeah, Sebo has a ton of music on me, man.
Okay.
and you know, we stay texting and stay chopping it up. But yeah, Bo got it. We always said we were gonna put a project out together, man. Two of the realest.
Okay. Now,
Yep.
one more for realists. Nick B told me to ask you, can you clear up what songs of Tupac's you may have provided ad libs for?
None of them.
There you go.
It's a
None
fuck.
of them. None
Yeah,
of them.
stop it. Yeah,
Stop it, Nick
yeah,
B.
knock it off, man.
Okay. None of them.
Yeah, get out of here, man.
Okay.
Yeah, none
Four
of them.
448 yo says salute to the realist. Gave me his CD case when he left Dallas for Cali. Somebody said you gave him a CD case when you left Dallas for Cali, and salute you. They said they saluting you on that. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Word, man. I don't, but for him, tell him G's up and I'll be on for Juneteenth and find me, man, the first round on me.
There you go. Find him. He said find him first round on him. 448 yo. There you go.
Yeah,
Nick
tell
B,
him fine.
all that the realest did on Unconditional Love was he was in the video.
Right.
He did the video. So
I just did the video. That's it, man. Nothing else. Nothing else.
There you go. Okay. Somebody saying, hold on. Thank you for answering that question. That's King Third said. Thank you for answering this question, realist. That's a good. Okay. Realist gonna always answer your questions, y'all. That's what he here for. That's what we here for. Answer your questions. Okay. So yeah, real. So one thing, real. I would love to see you.
Yes, sir.
I would love to see you put something out like ASAP, man. Get it dropping tomorrow. No, like 20 minutes ago, man. After we hearing this song, man. You bullshitting, man. You are bullshitting. You still got that talent, that fire, man, and you hiding this shit, man. What's going on, man? You can't keep all that good shit for
Nah,
yourself,
you know
man.
what, man? You know the game so asshole backwards, man. I don't even think a lot of cats understand like the type of music that I do, the producers that I use, and the guitar players that I pay to come in there, and everybody, the musician. To make one record that I do costs some money, so I'm not just gonna throw it in the street.
Right.
So I really want to have a full push behind it, just so I can get what I know that's supposed to come behind the type of records that I want to put out. And maybe I'm wrong for doing it the way the new age is, but that's just what I learned from being around Suge and everybody. I'm not just going to leak my music. I got hard drives full of some fantastic records with great features, and I'm not just going to just throw them out there like that. But I will start leaking more and more and more, because I know that's just the age of where everything is at now. You know what I mean? But I would rather put it out in the form of an album than to just throw them out leaking songs here and there. And then I'm just wasting $5,000 on a record or another $7,500 on a song just to get one song done. And I make nothing off of it just to have it on the internet. I don't care about some views. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, you ain't gonna get that shit away. Charles Robbins, thank you for the $9.99 donation, my brother. We appreciate that. So yes, Reggie, somebody told me to ask you about the reality show that Suge Knight had going in 2012, where they showed the previews to it and it never aired.
Yeah, Unfinished Business.
Yeah,
They talking about Unfinished Business. Suge is not one for finishing projects or anything like that. And
get the deposit and get out of there.
Yeah, but it wasn't 2012, so it was before that.
Right.
It was like 06, 05.
Yeah, 05 or something like that. So maybe they're talking about the one that they did where they were going to do for Fuse, but that was before 2012, because I the one that brokered that deal with Big Park Productions.
Okay.
And the only thing they did on that was like a pilot show for Fuse Network, where they were trying to make him the face of Fuse, but we couldn't get any insurance for him, because right after that is when he had got knocked the fuck out. And so that messed up that deal.
Okay.
And him and his daughter had shot a pilot.
Right.
And he acted a fool on that set, and the people from Fuse was like, "No, we can't deal with it."
Okay.
So, yeah.
Shout out to Bishop.
But
Crooks.
I think they saw Unfinished Business.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you go. Shout out to Bishop Crooks. He told me to ask you. This is for the realists. Are you gonna be releasing any of your last circle? What is the last circle tracks?
Last Circle music.
Yes.
Yeah. I still have some of those records, man. I'm gonna just air. Honestly, man, I just want to air my hard drives out, bro, and just put all that shit up for sale, man. Just not just for sale, just so people can hear, man. 'Cause there's just a lot of good music. I got a ton of records I have just with Swoop G, and he's locked up, man, and Lil C Style, he's locked up. I just got a lot of music with a lot of guys from back then just that never got heard, man. And even after we all left Death Row, we still kept in contact and kept working on projects together. So not just to move past the Last Circle stuff. Yes, I'm gonna put all that out, but still I have other music. I have records with Crooked I have never even put out either. You know what I mean? So just a lot of that stuff just got to get out, man. It's just sitting. I got hard drives in the safe, man. Just ready to put that stuff out with Val Young going on. It's just some good records, man. Jay Valentine. I got some music with everybody, bro. I got a couple of Ray J records that's just sitting up. I haven't even touched. I just need to mix them.
Well, tell me that you got something with my man, the DOC. Tell me that.
I do have some. He's not rapping. He's just doing interludes and just talking on it. You know what I mean? Doc will do everything I need him to do. That's my big brother. That's family.
Okay.
You know, so I do have stuff with Doc as well.
Good deal.
And Doc is ready to do new stuff. You know, Doc mine is somewhere 60 years out of past here. Just when I talk to him, I be like, damn, nigga, you thinking about that already? I'm like, shit, let me catch up to you right quick. So his mind moves a totally different way, man. And he's already there. And I think that's kind of what Dre got a lot of his game from was through Doc Mine, because Doc Mine is out of here. Because you got to understand, if you don't have a voice actually to speak, you doing something twice of what the regular person would do because you're moving that fast to get it out. And I think that's where he is. Stays doing it. You know, he brought Dre artists still to this day. He gives them artists. You know what I mean? Dre might don't pay him like he's supposed to, but he still brings him artists. Gave him a cold ass white boy from Garland, Texas. You know what I mean? Blessed him, gave him to him.
Dre didn't use him. Wow. Okay, Rolex Enterprise told me to ask you,
Dre,
what happened?
Dre gave him a car, and Dre gave him a car for a signing deal, and then didn't bless Doc up. Like, fuck that.
Oh no, can't do
hey,
that.
Give a nigga a car for a signing deal, and yeah, man. But hey, man, let's not talk about all that.
Yeah, okay, now really.
And this is recent. Yeah, this is recent shit.
Yo, realist. Somebody told me to ask you, Rolex Enterprise, what happened to the Terror Twins?
Shit, man. I think one locked up. God bless his soul, and the other one, I think he's still trying to make some music. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Those Whack 100 boys, they from Whack 100 hood.
Okay.
They from the 2 Ps.
Yeah. Them niggas some great rappers, though. Shit me, them niggas, they was some real riders. They can rap their ass
They
off.
was crazy as a motherfucker. They were so crazy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, they can rap their ass off like a motherfucker, though.
Man, okay. So, man, really seem like you got a lot of shit going on, man, and you got a lot of stuff tucked away. Oh, wait a minute, somebody said, tell the realist, we both off Galloway. Somebody said you and this, 448, yo, say that you and him both are off Galloway.
Huh?
Galloway.
Galloway.
Y'all
Galloway.
Yeah, y'all both.
Oh, yeah. That's the hood no clip. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. He tweet Gallup 1211. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my block.
That's the guy that you gave the CD case to.
Yeah, that's the guy you got a CD case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yo. And we got one. Bishop Crooks, this is a good one for you, realist. Do you have any recording tips or advice for any upcoming artists?
Man, attack every session like it's the last one, man. I mean, keep all them niggas and them bums out your sessions. Get in there, man. I mean, I know you want to go in there and party and make it look good and look right, but at the end of the day, man, get in there and get the job done, man, because it's a bill. You making a bill. Get the job done. Accomplish what you're trying to get done, man. Focus. Go in there with your mindset. All those days of sitting in the studio with 30 people and partying, man, come on, man, knock that off. Get in there and get the job done. You can go in there and get your 4 good songs done in one day if you're a real artist. If you can't, get you one, but you can go in and get 4 good, solid songs done because you're not using It's 2-track. You go in there, you don't need a producer to go in there and spend up half your budget. You can run in there just with a 2-track MP3 and gas your whole stuff down, especially if you write at home. I write in the studio. As soon as I hear the beat, I rip. But a lot of these cats write at home. So just don't waste the time. Go in there and get it done and don't sign to a major unless you have to, man. If you got some independent push behind you, get it that way. And then, go in there and get the 360 done later on after your careers. Watch out, follow Nipsey's blueprint. Nipsey did it right, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love what Nipsey did. Nipsey did it right, man. Nipsey did the whole get down right, man. You know what I mean? He independently grinded and took the money and then when it got the deal and still doing it, man. And he got a crazy good ass album, man. So, y'all get up there and get that Button Up record, man.
There you go.
Victory lap it, man.
Okay, shout out to 420 FM, MFN Radio. I appreciate you for that $15 donation, my brother. Appreciate you 100%. And this is Whack Deuces, people.
Yeah, I appreciate that $15, man. I appreciate that.
Well, hold on, Real. Hey, so Real, do you know somebody named Whack Deuce?
That's Whack Deuce, baby. Whack Deuce, people. This is Whack Deuces,
Whack
people.
Deuce,
Yeah,
okay.
Whack Deuce. This is people. Shout out to the homie Whack Deuce.
Okay.
Yeah, we working on something, so sit tight. It's coming.
Hell yeah.
It's coming.
That's little bro.
Oh, for sure. Now, Reggie, this is for you. Can you elaborate on Suge getting shot 6 times in the club? Like, what do you think that situation happened, and was you cool with Suge around that time?
I wasn't in communication with him during that time, but I was cool with him. We didn't have any things when we was upset with each other because, like I said, we always go in and out with each other like little boyfriend and girlfriend bullshit. But so I don't think we was beefing over anything at that point. But somebody Akon people put a hit out on him. Suge went to the studio, had that boy running down the street. They went to the studio to get him. He went running down the street. Akon brother hired some people. That was after he had got got his teeth knocked out in Arizona at the Super Bowl, in Arizona. And so, of course, Suge came back and had that boy running down the street. And then, so Akon brothers went and hired some dudes from the set to try to have him killed. And I think the dude was so scared. That's why he shot up the place and missed his target. It was a guy that was scared. That was a guy of a scared guy. You that close, you're supposed to get your target and get him good. Yeah. Suge, to be honest, stayed up like a G. Y'all seen, he got shot 6 times. He kind of walked out of there. He kind of walked out of the club. So
yes, he did. Now, Reggie, this is a good question. This one comes from Charles Robbins. Will there be a Death Row reunion?
To be honest, the only person I think can put a Death Row reunion together would be Dre. To be honest, Dre's about the only one. Now, to put the Row reunion together, me, the realist, working on a project, and Sharitha has a project on the TV side that she's working on, and Real gonna spearhead the music side of working something, and that's gonna get done. But Death Row, when I'm saying Death Row, I'm talking about Dre, Snoop, and maybe the Dog Pound. The only ones that I believe can put that together would be Dre. And y'all had that. That was up in Smoke Tour.
Yeah, that was up.
Up in Smoke Tour. So y'all had that already.
True.
So y'all want to see that again? Go watch the Up in Smoke. It's on DVD.
Yeah, that was a.
But don't y'all want to hear young blood, some niggas that got their ear to the ground now? I think that's most of the guys that's on the Row area. I think all those niggas are still hungry.
Most definitely. You got a Death Row and NWA reunion all in one night on the Up in Smoke tour. Yeah, it gets no better than that. Somebody said, "Do it, Reggie. Make it happen." The project you talking about working on, make that happen.
Yeah, Real called me early. Real wake me up every day talking about that. Every day. He act like he called me about something else, but then at the end of the sentence, he'd be like, "You get that paperwork done yet?"
Yeah,
You get that paperwork? I'll be like, all right, real. I'm working on it.
hey,
Yeah.
Reg, stop procrastinating and getting it done, Reg. Get it done, man. We want to see what's going on. Well, we know Sharitha gonna make it happen. That's no problem. If Sharitha is involved, it's going to happen because she's about her
Well, it's two
business.
different sides. Well,
Mhm.
she's trying to do the on the TV side, and then on the real is on the music side. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Okay, that's what's up. Okay. Reg, if you somebody said if you had a chance to run Death Row, if the label makes a comeback, would you do it, or are those days are behind you now?
Um, it's been good talking to people, and I've been hiding because I was doing what I was doing and had no business doing, and so I
Mhm.
was staying away from a lot of people, and you know, so after this situation gets done and over with, and the reel's still out there grinding and stuff like that, I can see me trying to get back into the game a little bit, but but I will help Real and Sharita get done what they need to get done. I just don't know what my future is going to hold, to be honest. I don't want to start something that I can't finish.
Most definitely. Okay. So, Reg, because a lot of people are asking, you know, do you see a comeback? You getting into the back into the music game and making shit happen on your own? Because a lot of people is asking that lately.
Yeah, like I said, once my situation is going, I wouldn't want to start something that I can't finish.
Mm-hmm. Okay, people, there you go.
Yeah.
You heard it. He don't want to start nothing he can't finish. He got to see what's going on. So just sit back and relax, and you guys, it's coming. That's all you got to know. It's coming. Man, okay here. So other than that, now real. Okay, thank you. More than welcome, everybody. You guys are welcome. You asking good questions. I'm gonna ask them if it's something some dumb shit I see and it catch my eye, I'm not gonna answer it. And D Block is shooting me the questions to ask, through the phone and everything. So we got y'all. We got y'all. Not the dumb ones. You gonna ask a dumb question, you gotta pay. You gotta pay the money, and I ask some stupid shit. I think about it, but it's all good. Let's see, bro. Can you ask the realist have any regrets about his death? Yeah, realist. Someone asked, do you have any regrets about your death row days? I would think that would be a no, but I don't know. What, do you, realist? Hello, hello.
Real, can you hear 'em?
Yeah, realist.
Okay, I don't know if we lost him or not. Yep.
Okay, somebody asked me to ask you, Reg. Let me see. What up, Real? Can you ask
Okay.
Reggie? Would you advise any young black males to make law enforcement for a career? This is by Trey Al.
Okay. Uh, yes, I would advise you to be into watch the department you go into, being
Mm-hmm.
a black male. What I mean by that, if you go to a department where it's majority white officers and not too many black or Mexican officers, will just watch that because generally they'll just bring about two or three black officers onto a department, um, just to keep that number, just so they can say they have that number, but you're gonna be treated like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Um, so I would just say watch the department you go to. But it's a steady career. I'll tell you, I had more stuff and just the same amount of stuff that I had when I was making $300,000 and $400,000 a year. When I was just making $70,000 a year, it's
Mm-hmm.
just because you got that money constantly coming in. You don't spend unwisely, and you keep yourself on a budget, and so you can go and do the little things that you want to do with your family, and you still have the money to buy you a nice little decent house and a decent car and stuff like that. So it's a good career. Um, but just watch the department you go to.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my only advice.
True.
Yeah.
Now I got another question for you, Reg. This is from Tom Ed. He told me to ask you if a certain YouTuber continues to make accusations, would you consider a lawsuit?
I'm already starting that, and I'm waiting. If I get in any trouble behind anything, any of his false accusations, I'm gonna drop the bomb on him as
Okay.
far as lawsuit. When I mean drop the bomb, I'm saying
Yeah, clear it up, clear it
filthily
up, clear it up.
in the court,
In the,
in court.
clear it up,
If
cause
he make any, if I, yeah, um,
okay, there you go, Tom Ed.
yeah,
Yes, the answer is yes. Okay.
yeah. So I'm waiting for him to do something to really get me in for something to happen because I'm tired of him just making false accusations against me
Okay.
when he get on his coke bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, the pipe.
Rilla just texted me he had lost his phone and went dead. That's why he had dropped. He just texted me and told me he went to 0%
Okay.
on his phone.
The pipe beings,
Yeah.
you mean coke beings and pipe beings is two different things. Tom Ed says thanks for answering. He definitely think you should sue. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Okay. Charles Robinson asked Reggie how does he feel about them cowards that keep throwing dirt on his name for so long because he's proven himself to be everyday person.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. And I understand the people that still make comments on the thing that
Hmm.
because I'm noticing a lot of people are tuning back in that was probably around in the 2014, 2015.
Hmm.
So I don't even get mad at those people anymore because, like I always said, they have been brainwashed, and so I understand that part because that was the only music that was being played at the time.
Hmm.
Um,
Rex, you breaking up, bro. You sound low.
yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah. So I'm saying that to say uh, I'm saying that to say that um, so I understand that part, but it done got to the point where and RJ he hasn't been really saying much lately. He just been putting up videos and stuff like that, so I have to give him that respect. But
Hmm.
JLMX is just upset. JLMX had to go back to work. He had to
Hmm.
get a job to
Hmm.
keep up with his habit, and so then he his views is down. If y'all look at the comments that's down there, now he's taking out any negative comments on the boards.
Hmm.
He's the amount of hits that he usually gonna get went down to about half.
Hmm.
Most of the people that is hitting him are still people that's just over in the Atlantic, across the Atlantic. If you look at the names and the Road Killer, Shazi 187, Yeezy 808,
Hmm.
J that J McKay or J something from podcast. Those there's all the same people that's still pushing his same stuff.
Hmm.
And so most of the people are kind of like saying, okay, we done heard both sides, and so we're not buying into it anymore. But you have some people that's still pushing it, and so those going to always be there. But for the most people now, people is kind of like past it. I think it's the timing of me talking. The Unsolved is coming down on TV and has been seen, and the different shows that have been coming out there. We have been hit in the last 4 or 5 months with a lot of different things
Hmm.
that just really killed their theories,
Oh yeah,
in my opinion.
the theories is dead.
And,
The theories
and
is dead.
yeah, and so that's what's driving them crazy. So that's what's making them go like that. I mean, now he done jumped completely off the little half dead in the battle for copper theories, and now he's pushing John Potash theory, which has been out for a long time. So, um, yeah. But anyway,
who the fuck is John Potash any fucking way?
yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. Yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah,
enough of that. We're not gonna give him no we're not gonna
yeah.
give him no shine here. So it is what it is. Okay. Yeah. Someone says he's trying to get more followers. But he better watch himself. I don't think he's trying to find out who killed Tupac anymore. He is okay. He has an agenda now, and Reggie is the target. Just thirsty. Well, let me just say this to be honest with you, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. A lot of people don't want to understand that this case has already been solved in so many ways, but a lot of people don't want to accept it, and a lot of people don't give a fuck about Tupac. They just here for the money. It's all about money. So if they can keep Tupac's name going, it's gonna be all about money. Do y'all remember? I want to say about maybe 5 6 months ago when I was telling y'all every video we can't talk about Tupac. We got to talk about other shit. And we got to move on. I remember when I was doing that, other people laughed at me and told me, nah, that ain't going to work. You got to stay talking about Tupac. But as y'all see, I moved on and I talked about other shit outside of Tupac. So, right now I'm working with Reg on the death row shit. We don't talk about Tupac all the time. We talk about death row. We talk about the artists. Tupac may come up, but we talking about the death row days. So, you'll see. You guys will see the 313 Live show will never die. 313 Live show gonna always be popping and always make shit happen. Please believe that. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Most people only doing
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for the bag. Of course, Lamar. A lot of people is only in this for the money. They're gonna bend and twist the truth. It's about the money. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. But as you can see, some people don't have anything but this YouTube shit. So they gotta do what they gotta do. They're gonna feed you lies. And a lot of these guys that put this bullshit out, they don't even believe that shit themselves. Please believe that. But they know that it's a lot of dummies that will believe it. So they're gonna play off a lot of dummies and their intelligence. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. Kyle, don't say. I hope you using the word being facetious to say that you want to show your appreciation to Keefe D for solving the case. We always knew it. It's always been out there. So to say you want to show Keefe D your appreciation or that he deserves your appreciation, I think you're using the wrong words, bro. In my opinion. I think you need to really read and rethink what you think, what you're saying. Because being, Tupac was a friend of mine, and you being a fan of his, and most of the people who's on here, we don't have any love for Tupac. I mean, I'm sorry, for Keefe D.
Right.
We don't have any love for that brother. But okay, you saying you're being facetious? Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
But
Keefe D is
we're not going to be here for Tupac. I don't even really want to have any dealings with Gene Deal. Y'all know that I never speak on him or say anything negative or positive about him. But yeah, I don't ever have any desire to talk to him in his camp because that's not what I'm about. So, I just wanted to put that out because I've seen y'all hit it up a couple of times about the Gene Deal. We can do them separately like we've been doing. Real has a relationship with him, and I'm not trying to come in between that. And but y'all can hear his version, and then I'll come on and he can hear my version.
Most definitely. Okay, we got Reg got a bad connection on his phone tonight. Okay, he's gonna call back in, and we'll go get it all up. Hey y'all, you guys are a great audience tonight. And I do appreciate all the donations that came in tonight. All you guys that donated, I appreciate it. All the guys that want to donate and don't know how, all you gotta do is hit that $ button right down there by the little smiley face, the emoji symbol. Hit that and donate your money. There you go. We got Reggie calling back in. Yeah, we still here, brother. Hello. Okay. There we go. We get him again. Reg's phone is tripping tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, Hey, I thank you too, Mister Man. Yo, Reg, we here?
Yeah, sorry about that. I guess the government wanted me to shut up. They had to take over my phone for a minute. But
uh,
anyway, I
um,
don't mean to come down on you. I know, Kyle, that now that you're being funny, but
mhm.
everybody that read that don't see that you're trying to be facetious, bro.
Right.
And so you got to just watch how you say stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, most
yeah,
definitely. Cause yeah, Keefe D gets no love over here. Keefe D is, just that. He was there. He admitted his role in having Pot, killed. So why do we want to talk to him? Because somebody asked me, would I talk to him? No, I wouldn't talk to him. Why would you want? Why would any true Tupac fan want us to talk to him? Why? There's no
yeah,
need to talk to him.
yeah.
Okay. Somebody, MacArthur Productions said, "Keep donating. We got to get Reggie a new phone." Well, if y'all want to, y'all want to donate to
I will
Reggie,
do
y'all want to donate to get
it.
Reggie a new phone, go over there to the click in the link to the GoFundMe account and donate a couple dollars there. Anybody drop $50 or more, you will get that Death Row East T-shirt. I'm waiting on mine. Mine should be here soon, and I'm gonna take it and get it framed and hang it up on my wall. And I hope you guys that are getting these T-shirts, this is a part of history. Do not wear the T-shirt. Please frame the damn T-shirt. Put it away. But somebody gonna wear that T-shirt, Regs. I know it. For real.
Yeah. Oh, I seen somebody. Jersey sent me a picture with somebody with it on today,
Oh
and he was
man.
going around telling people that he signed the death row and he's waiting on his chain to come in the mail. Me and Jersey had a good laugh. We had a good laugh at that.
Hell
Yeah,
no. Really? That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. But it's all good. Um, what I was going to tell y'all, somebody said you talked to Whack 100 and he's blasting Pop. Yeah, I don't understand his motive for that,
Right.
but he wasn't responsible for his death. He's just somebody that's talking. And so
True.
I talked to him because we were trying to hear his side of the story. We wanted to see why he was talking the shit he was talking.
Most definitely.
Um,
You heard the
and
interview.
but shit, but Rail called him. Rail told him what he felt about him.
Yeah. Told
Rail
him.
told him he was full of shit
Goddamn right.
to his face.
Yeah. I told him he was full of shit. So,
Yeah, yeah, so yeah.
so
After he heard him out, he told him, "Nigga, you full of shit."
mm-hmm.
What more can you expect from an interviewer?
True. Bishop Crook. So is Keefe D telling the truth? Well, hey, he got
Hmm.
Queen for a day. Queen for a day. A motherfucker gonna talk. Hey, didn't Jimmy Hinchman get Queen for a day? And what he do? He sung. He talked. He told everything about the Tupac shooting. Told how he set it up. Told what the jury was. What he had done with the jury. So hey, there you go. Niggas will talk. Queen for a day. Well, first, wait a minute. Golden Girl told me to ask Reggie why Sharitha said he was going to be mad at her. I don't recall Sharitha saying that Reggie was going to be mad at
She
her.
said in the interview for that person asking that question is because she's in love with me. No. No.
Okay.
She know that I don't like her speaking on that stuff because she's still married
Mhm.
and that I don't even like her responding to stuff like that, whatever that question was, because
Mhm.
I think it's she be disrespecting her husband or whatever the statement was is why she said that because she is married to another man other than Shook now,
Right.
and so that's what that was about. I have to elaborate on it more. I have to hear the question, but that's why she made that statement. It's not because she and I have, and that's like a sister to me. Y'all just don't know. It's like somebody I've been knowing since she was 14 years of age. That was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I had messed with her cousin for about three
Right.
years. Yeah, so
And you heard Sharitha.
yeah.
Everybody heard Sharitha say that Reggie was with her cousin, and that's off the table. It wouldn't even happen. You gotta look at it. Sharitha is she real. Sharitha don't hold no punches, and I got nothing but mad respect, mad love for Sharitha because Sharitha kept it 100, said what she said, and said how she felt. She didn't sugarcoat a goddamn thing. That's what I like about her. Sharitha can go, boy. You get her mad, she can go, but she can go. She do it in a nice mannered way. You know what I'm saying? She ain't just out there vulgar and shit with it like I'm vulgar. She just nice with the shit. You know, I'm gonna get her again. I'm gonna see if we can get, maybe we can get Suge's daughter to come on and say something or talk. That'd be cool with hearing from Little Sugar, or should we call it Big Sugar? Somebody, somebody, okay, my man here said, I don't trust Keefe D. I don't believe he was in the car. What did he say? What did he say? That only the shooter would know. Keefe was going to serve a long time if he didn't give that false confession. Well, what makes you? I'm just gonna ask his name is KD47730. What makes you think it was a false confession? Because
and not only that, real.
Go ahead.
Why didn't he just go ahead and cop out? If he's gonna lie, why didn't he just go ahead and cop out to the Biggie one then?
Yeah.
If he's gonna lie.
Yeah,
why? Give them what they wanted.
Yeah, why? Yeah, that
he
makes
he knew
sense.
that was a case he didn't even have immunity for. So
yeah,
I know I'm sitting with LAPD cops.
Mm-hmm.
I got immunity with LAPD. So shit, I'll just fill out the Biggie thing.
Most
if
definitely.
I'm gonna lie.
Most definitely.
Well, I'm gonna take a gamble and give it to something that y'all don't even have jurisdiction over, which was Vegas. Mm-hmm. Vegas still too right now. They can go pick him up based on all these statements he's been doing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They can go pick him up based on that. But with LAPD, it would have been those were LAPD cops.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just cop out the Biggie then?
There you
Come
go.
on, y'all.
Marcos Marcino. I don't really believe any. I don't know what to say about Edie, because Edie, he's letting marble mouth motherfucker get away with a lot of shit. So I can't really listen to him and take anything he say seriously. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah. Chris Godla, you must have came on late. I told you earlier. I stated earlier when we was talking to the gentleman, Giovanni, that scene wasn't accurate. I wasn't even at the office. I wasn't even at my house when they raided my house. Mm-hmm. I was at the storage getting the car. So no, that I wasn't there. And then the scene with the at the Shrine Auditorium wasn't accurate either. All of that stuff took place in the back of the auditorium. Plus, it happened when we were getting out of the cars. They made it seem like we were in there and shit, went to talk to Don Cornelius and all of that stuff. They even made it seem like they were planning it on the way to rush the stage. That shit was planned a couple of days in advance. They had got T-shirts and everything about that. So, yeah.
Let me see. Southern Block Music Watch. So Keefe D gets nothing for murder or PCP. Laugh my ass off. What stage play is this? Well, obviously you don't know the law. Don't know how the certain law enforcement's work. They will leave the little shit alone to get the big shit. And Biggie was the Biggie murder was a big fish. So if they would have solved that Biggie Smalls murder, guess what? Somebody would have got a fucking big recommendation, a big promotion, or just a big something out of that deal to get that case solved. So of course they're gonna leave a gallon of fucking PCP if that was the case on the table. Notice they said they was gonna give him a deal. They wasn't gonna give him no full immunity for that shit. So y'all got to pay attention to the law. I can tell a lot of you guys asking that is young.
Yeah, and let me explain the Queen for a Day right quick, because a lot of y'all getting that misunderstanding. Queen for a Day just means I can't use that evidence that you told me in the case to convict you. I can't use everything that you told me to against you, but I can still find stuff outside of that to go after you. That's all that means. Yeah. And then y'all gotta remember, Las Vegas PD wasn't a part of that. Right. So Las Vegas police can still go after Keefe for that. They can't use that against him, but they can use stuff outside the case. But guess what they can use?
What's that?
Didn't y'all just see him on Death Row Chronicles? He
Yeah.
didn't have no Queen for the Day at the Death Row Chronicle.
Oh, you
So
right
all
about.
that tape,
Oh yeah, you
all
right.
that tape that he talking and all of that,
And you
they
know,
can use that against him if they wanted to solve him.
and you know
So
what,
don't
Greg
think it's
and Greg Kading said that too. That they could Keefe need to be quiet because they can go after him. Greg Kading did say that in the interview.
yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
They can, and so all they have to do is go and subpoena all of that. Because man, I'm telling y'all, I've done talked on each episode. Y'all try to make me look bad for the Fox episode because they showed me about 5 minutes.
Mhm.
I talked probably for Ice-T and that lady was at my house for 3 hours.
Mhm.
That Ben Crump,
Right.
3 hours. They have 3 hours of interviews and all of this that they
Mhm.
could use against me. They have thousands of hours on the damn YouTube if they wanted to go listen to that they can use against me for something. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So all of this stuff that people do outside of a deal or something like that,
Mhm.
that's not covered.
That's true.
So this you know,
Okay, now we
anyway.
we gonna move on. 420 FM MF and Radio said, "Do Reggie, do you feel as the Las Vegas PD lied about the shell casing not matching after the test of it? After the test of it is there in the movie? Is that a lie? No, that wasn't a lie. That was accurate. I think.
Yeah. I think they explained it when they just pretty much said it was a more intrusive test.
Mhm.
I went and got tested for prostate cancer one time. Um, the one test, the initial test, my blood work and all of that showed that hey, you possibly have prostate cancer.
Whoa.
And then they went and did a more intrusive one where they went in my butthole and they took 12 pinches out. Then it came back negative.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So this, that's a different, example. But I'm just trying to show you how they say, okay, this is the possibilities going on now. And then once they test it more thoroughly, then it comes back negative. And I think that's what happened.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, not Reggie, like to you, okay,
Hey,
forever.
Donald Trump fan, KD44730, it's not because his testimony won't hold up. There's nobody else left. KPD is the only person alive.
Wait a minute, hold on.
That's what
This,
everybody forgets.
you know what? Hold on. This motherfucker KD47730 do got a motherfucking
You know,
picture of
that's
Donald
got a picture
Trump.
of Donald Trump.
Oh, get the
Yeah,
fuck out. We would not answer another one of your questions, motherfucker. We don't support Trump over here. Get the fuck out of here. I wish y'all would have paid attention to that shit. Yo, D Block, how the fuck you let me miss that shit, man? You supposed to immediately sent me a motherfucking text message or something to let me know that this motherfucker had a picture of Donald Trump. Boy, what the fuck is going on? Okay, man. This I was
yeah,
saying, Rage, man, you are forever. This is forever. You forever connected to this Tupac shit, man. You forever. And
yeah.
it's never gonna go away. Never gonna go away. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. That hurts me. That part, being connected to somebody that you were with, you were friends with, you hung out with for 9 months, there and there, at least 4 to 5 times a week, if not more. So it hurt to be accused of his homicide. But the good thing about it, as y'all saw, go listen to the interview with me and Mutal yesterday. That was somebody that was with Pop every day. He didn't believe that. He don't believe that. You can tell the chemistry between he and I. His mother, I wish she was still here. She and I have spoken several times, did albums and did stuff together. Molly from the estate, who was his assistant at the time, me and her have been having great conversations the last couple of weeks. She about to come on the show to talk about stuff for the estate. So, if people really believe that, it would hurt me if they would believe that. People like that believe that bullshit. People that I never met in my life and don't know, okay.
Fuck them.
Everybody asks me, they look back at me now like, why are you still talking about this shit? Why are you on the internet? Why do you care? What is your motive for caring about this? And sometimes I have to sit back and ask myself that. But I'm into it now. I'm into it, and so I'm doing it. But if people like that was the ones that was believing that bullshit and care, then I probably would be more hurt. But yeah, so that's my answer.
Most definitely. So it's man, it's crazy, but let's say this. I'm gonna say this because, and this is gonna be the last time I address it, because I have a lot of trolls, a lot of rats, a lot of fucking snitches. They come in and they watch, so that everybody throw up the old saying, well, real, you said this about Regs, you said that about Regs, Regs said this about you, and why is y'all this, why is y'all that? Let me say something, everybody. Me and Regs, we had our conversation way before you guys even knew that we were going to work together. We both apologized to each other, and we forgave each other, and we moved on. So the people that harp on the past of what was said, why in the fuck is you worried about it and we done got over it and we done moved on? Why the fuck can't you move on? Why do you always gotta ask the same dumbass question? Because I know why. This dumb motherfucker planted that seed. We're not gonna say his name. He planted the seed, and you dumb stupid motherfuckers is following his lead because you have no motherfucking mind of your own, and you don't know how to be fucking men. Be your own man, and stop asking what another bitch ass nigga has planted the seed in. And yeah, I said bitch ass nigga because I say it and I mean it. And I'm saying it. Nobody else is saying it. So get your own fucking mind. Ask your own questions. Okay, like I said, it was the past. Yeah, okay. If you got a motherfucker, and I'm gonna say it like this: if you live in a basement for 20 fucking years, and you got two motherfuckers coming to this basement every morning, every day, telling you, "Oh, we got a beautiful sky. The sky's orange, beautiful orange sky," and you sitting in this basement for 20 years, no light, no nothing, and someone, coming down every day, oh, the orange sky is a beautiful orange sky, and after 20 years, you get up out that basement and you see the fucking light and you realize that the sky is fucking blue, then you gonna change your tune as well and say, well, fuck that. I'm not riding with the sun is orange, the sky's orange, the sky's fucking blue. So when you got two people telling you for over 10 years one thing, then you okay, the other people ain't talking, so okay, maybe this is true. People, do your own research and find this shit out. You feel me? So with that being said, stop asking dumb motherfucking questions that another dumb motherfucker is putting you up to ask because they ain't got the balls to ask them they motherfucking self, to call me and ask me they motherfucking self, or get in contact with me and ask me they motherfucking self. My number ain't changed. It's still the same motherfucking number. And if you gotta ask something, motherfucker, call me and you ask me. Don't send your
Yeah. And
dumbass
both
flunkies to ask me.
and, and both of us respond in the comment section every day.
Yeah.
Real, I notice he comment in the comment section, and y'all know I respond in the comment section. So
Mm-hmm.
so if y'all got something on your mind, y'all know how to access and get to us. And that Nathaniel Fry Pearson, I know you normally a good supporter, so I don't know where you're going with this, but I want to ask you a question so we can answer it. You say JMX talked to Reggie before you, Real. So what's your point? And
Yeah.
I don't mean that negatively. I just want to know what's your point so we can respond to that.
Yeah, he talked to Reggie.
Are you?
He talked to Reggie before I did, most definitely. But all I'm gonna ask you now is, where did it get him? Don't even have to ask the question. Okay, Tadavo, whatever your name is. Um, yeah, I could have done my research a little bit more, and I'm gonna give you that. I could have done that, my research a little bit more. But once again, when there's really nothing out there, you even heard the actor himself who played Reggie Wright. There's nothing out there on him. And then you got a person that appears to be an investigator, and you got another guy who poses himself off to be a fucking journalist. and they got all the real shit, okay, you say, well, hey, maybe these guys know something. They know more than what I know. Okay, let me see what's going on with this. And then they giving you certain shit, and you reading this shit. Okay, well, let's roll. Let's do what we do. So yeah, you right. It could have been a little bit more research, and if you notice, my research is done a little bit more thorough now. So and if you go back and you look at it, I never supported the little half dead theory. I never supported that. Even before, if you go back and you watch my videos, I've always clearly stated and released a video even before Ben Crump and them even, killed that theory that I never rolled with that little half dead theory. Now, in one of my videos, you never heard me say that Reggie Wright Jr. killed Tupac. Not in there in one of my videos. You never heard that. So, once again, what I didn't agree with, I didn't speak upon it. I left that and said, nah, I'm not going to touch that. That don't sound right to me. I'm not going to let you push the patent theory on me. I'm not going to let you push the half-dead theory on me. I'm not going to let you push this theory on me. Nah, that just didn't sound right, and I never promoted those theories. And you can go, like I say, go back, watch my motherfucking videos. They all there. Go watch them. The ones that I took down because some ignorant bitch that's probably watching, so, oh, he took down all his videos with Reggie Wright's name in them. Yeah, I took down the videos that I had Reggie Wright Jr.'s name in where I was saying things that I shouldn't have said about Reggie Wright Jr. I took those videos down. Yes, I did. That was the attack season. I was in attack mode. So, yeah, I took those down. Why would I?
And that was in respect to me. Once we started talking, you did that and told me in respect.
Yeah, that was out of respect.
Yeah.
That was straight out of respect.
Yeah.
So, and I told Reggie before we even talked, I'm going to take them videos down. And I snatched them down out of respect.
Before we started even doing business together or doing things together, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. So, I took them down because guess what? They didn't need to be up. So why would I leave something up? And me and this man, we done talked and we done set our differences aside. So why would I leave those videos up? Come on now. Use common sense. Okay, JMX switched up and still slandered you, and I don't know why. Who did he slander? He slandered me or he slandered Reggie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which one? Like I said.
And in fairness to Nathaniel, he's usually very asks good questions and stuff. So I don't think he's trying to be funny with us by any. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Tom. Man. He think that we're doing an amazing job together, and thank you. I appreciate that. Like, and my thing is this: anybody that watches, like I said, hater is a fan. They like your shit, but they don't want to let you know that they like your shit. Because I feel personally that if a person is watching your every move and watching every time you release a video, and he hates you or she hates you, what's really going on in their life? What kind of life do that motherfucker really have that they really hate you? But every time you drop in a video, they right there watching your motherfucking video and commenting on your video and monitoring your video to watch and see if you're going to comment back on them. That got to be a person with a miserable fucking life. And I still love the haters. I love that shit. Love it.
Yeah. And in fairness, and to even JMX, when I first came on the scene and started talking and stuff like that, I used to always reach out and purposely go out my way to stay on comments and stuff like that. The JMX, this is nothing personal with you, bro. This not about you. I have no beef with you. I was attacking RJ initially, and I kept telling them, he's the one that came up and said, fuck you, Reggie. I would never apologize, or I would never this or that. It wasn't JMX is the one that took it to another level. He went off on Rail when he saw he and I were communicating, and he the one that went off on Rail because Rail was still cool with JMX and RJ, and he just went off one day in a private conversation between them on their leaked Facebook page. So it wasn't like Rail just jumped off their boat and jumped on my boat or something like that. Rail was being cool with everybody.
Right.
They the one that started attacking him
Right.
when they didn't like that he and our relationship was starting to grow.
And that was
So
that was
anyway,
a bad move, bad decision, bad choice because you know I'm the one that's not going to shut the fuck up. When you come at me, I'm gonna come back at you hard. And he hasn't been coming at me, so that's why I haven't been coming at him because I'm not a bully. And that's something I don't do. If you don't attack me, I don't attack you. But when you attack me, I'll motherfucking attack you, and I will go all out to attack you and how I need to attack you and spend money to find out what I need to find out and attack you harder. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. So with that being said,
yeah,
I'm gonna leave that alone. And you know, hey,
yeah,
long as my name ain't getting brought up in nothing, I won't bring your motherfucking name up. And that's just how we do it.
yeah. But for those that support 313 and Bomb First though,
Hmm.
we really need y'all to go and show the JMX channel and RJ channel that y'all not in support of them by unsubscribing. You know, they get off on the subscribe. That's how they get advertisements and stuff like that to come on their thing. So unsubscribe to them so they can feel it. So they can feel that they need to change their format or contents or that y'all not in agreement with what they're talking about. If you still if you still trying to figure out, you know, if you still in the middle, that's
Hmm.
fine. Stay there and listen and all of that. But don't play both sides with us. I got a few people, you know, the Aaron Powers and all of those people like that still want to come and try to be cool with us, and
Hmm.
then they want to go over there to Jesse and be cool with him.
Hmm.
That I have a problem with. But if you over there hitting him up on his chat board, challenging the stuff that he sells, that's cool. But don't try to be cool with both of us. It can't work. Then you just sit back and examine and say, okay, let me hear his story and let me hear his story. Right now, he's not putting out any story. He just attacked me. He just attacking, which is cool because he has no content. But I'm just asking y'all, if y'all supportive of what we doing, unsubscribe to those motherfuckers. Let them know that, hey, get back to your contents. Because I'll be honest, in 2012, 2013, and I wasn't around in 2012, 2013, but I went back and looked at his stuff. It looked like he was really trying to put out decent content regarding Tupac.
He
But
was. He was.
2016, 2017, 2018,
Hmm.
he's been on a attack of me that was unfair.
And
It was unfair.
I would want to say I don't. Would you say that he inherited the beef because made it? But it was never a beef. But you know, he may have said, okay, well, RJ is my guy, and RJ is helping me eat. So RJ's problem is my problem. Do you think that's where that may have came from?
I'm
Hello.
sorry, Bill. Was
No.
that a question to me?
What I was saying is,
Oh, I'm sorry.
do you think that by him, you know, RJ was his guy. RJ was helping him eat, giving him the content and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Um, do you feel that he said, "Well, I'm gonna inherit this beef because of RJ because RJ is my guy"?
Initially, but then he started getting personal with it when he started seeing things that was happening. Because he was in your elite group for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where he got real personal. Because he and I were still communicating at that point.
Right.
When he started attacking you, and
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I was like, and that's when I try to go, and that's what he's saying I'm blackmailing him. When I'm
Right.
trying to say, hey, bro, you need to apologize. You went hard. You was wrong for what you said. You
Mm-hmm.
know, most of y'all don't know what it was because y'all not in the 313 elite family, and y'all didn't see what he did. But he went hard, just out of the blue. Real probably was asleep and woke up to to
No,
his
what?
Facebook page, just wonder you
No,
wasn't okay.
he knew
But
what was up. No, he knew I was driving at that point in time, so I wasn't
okay,
able to
okay.
read what he was saying, and that's why he did what he did. Because if I was sitting still, honestly, and we both know that he and I both know that if I was sitting still, that fuck shit that he was saying, that he would not have said that shit if it had my full attention. You know what I'm saying? And that's that.
Yeah.
I don't, and he, was parading. No, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of real. I didn't want you to never be scared of me. That's not. I didn't want that. It ain't no fun for you to be scared of me. I don't want no man or no
Yeah.
woman to be scared of me. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was basically okay. He had to, put on this show, for the
Yeah.
audience or whatever. But behind closed doors, the text messages was not that. And and he know that, and
Yeah.
I know that those text messages was not that. Of he he wanted he wanted a fair one. So and I brought that up in the text message. So I still have those text messages, because I brought it up. Like, don't, you put up there something. I said, you went in the group talking about you want a fair one, and you didn't want that. You don't want that. And I said that more than one time. You don't want that. So it is what it is. Like I say, I'm not, I'm not worried about him. Like I said, if he wanted a fair one, I'm the champ, nigga. Like, I'm gonna take a play. I'm taking a page out of y'all niggas book. I'm the champ. You come see me. You come to Detroit. I ain't got no need. I ain't got no business in what's that motherfucker's Galesburg or whatever, Illinois or River something or whatever that the new one is. I ain't got no business up in there. You want business? I'm in Detroit. God damn it, come see me in Detroit. I'm the champ. Come to the King's turf.
And that's why he talks like that, because he know that people not trying to make a trip behind this bullshit. It ain't even worth all of that.
Not really, nah. Nah.
Yeah.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
But that's that. But we didn't even want to. We not even. Let's.
Yeah, we spent too much time on that. We apologize for that.
Yeah, we not even trying to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about him. We done moved on over here. We done moved on.
Yeah.
313 live shows moved on. Reggie moved on. I'm getting ready like Reggie. Hey, don't talk about him. Don't give him no type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because when a motherfucker you ain't giving them no conversation and they ain't got nothing to talk about, then hey, you pretty much done killed their existence, and that's just that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mario said, Reggie, industry question: how much would a artist make off a scene like the realist had on Unsolved? I guess the music being played.
It depends on how much the budgets usually are. I think he got something like 7,500 to 12,000. I know they paid him like 7,500 or 7,000 just for that little part of that's on there. But the main reason why you do it is for what? Exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Look how many people watch that song and probably want to hear it now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why on those reality shows you always see them in the show, and then later they advertise at the end of the show. You can go and download this now on iTunes. That's what you really do this stuff for. Because now you done heard something and you're like, oh, I like that, and you want to go buy it.
Most
and
definitely.
So that was the key, and that's where we kind of dropped the ball at, meaning the realist and I, because I was supposed to help them get a iTunes deals, which we got an iTunes deal, it just wasn't in place tonight. Because tonight would have been the night, because everybody done heard it and probably looking for that song. It would have been nice if we could have had it at the end of the show tagline saying, if you heard that song, you can go and pick it up, such and such place, such and such stuff. But Realist got some stuff working with Stevie J where it's going to be at the end of one of the, what you call that? At the end of the Atlanta Atlanta, I don't even know the name of the show. Hip Hop Atlanta, that we're going to be promoting some stuff on. So that's up. But you get that, and then you get some monies from ASCAP. Or whoever you with, ASCAP or BMI. Every time it comes on TV and it's played, you get an amount. So it should be cool. You should have did all right for it. But the main reason that you do it is for the exposure, for everybody that watched the show tonight, heard that song, and hopefully they will want to, in marketing, you only expect to get 3% of anything. Whenever you do some flyers or mail out, if you send out 300,000, if you send out 300,000 of something, what's 1%? What's that? 3,000. So you only expect to get 9,000. People that to purchase. That's if you expecting over 3%, then you expecting too much on your return. Yeah.
Now, Mr. Man asked this question. He done asked it a couple times. Okay, when Reggie's gone, will we still be getting content from Reggie and talking to Reggie? Yes, John and myself, me, John and Reggie, we got all that already set up, so there's no need to worry about anything. Reggie, people think, Reggie's gonna be quiet for 3 years or 2.5 years. No,
I know.
not at all.
They forget. They act like they don't get no phone calls from people in jail.
Yeah, it's going down.
They act
people.
like they don't get them.
No, it's going down,
man,
people.
And shit.
Yeah, we
and I got a little money. I ain't got a whole lot of money, but I sure got enough money to buy a burner, I think.
hey, but that was a joke. That was a joke because somebody would take this video and be at the DA's office like, oh, he's talking about buying a burner. It was a joke, people. It was a joke. God damn, it was a joke.
They have the internet, man. They have internet services there now. I get it. I got a dude that's in jail down. He calls me every day. Or I'll be like, dude.
Yeah. For sure.
He's been in jail for about 5 or 6 years. So but we'll see. Yeah.
Jersey Deep is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, y'all, Jersey Deep is the next one coming. You heard it from me. Jersey Deep is the next one coming. We're going to get Jersey Deep set up so Jersey can start doing his thing on this YouTube shit and making a bigger impact and, just doing what he needs to do. So, ladies and gentlemen over here right now, if you have not went and followed Jersey Deep, go over and follow Jersey Deep right now. Go follow him, subscribe to him.
Yeah.
And this is Iron Guy, you know what I'm saying? All is good, all is well. So, we go ahead, Ray. You got something more you want to say?
Oh no, I was just messing with Jersey Deep. Said we got to keep him to be nice. Jersey Deep be going so hard, they be striking him, strike out, strike left, strike right. We got to get him to be nice so they won't strike him out.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Jersey Deep be going hard on him.
I'm trying to take him up under my wing and show him, you know what I'm saying? We gotta. How you gotta handle this shit, man? This is a different ball game, Jersey, and I'm gonna get him there. I'm gonna take him up under my wing, and I'm gonna show him how it's done. And that's real talk. I want to shout out Monique, ladies and gentlemen. Monique is in the house tonight. She's a new part of the family, and Monique is enjoying everything that we're doing, and Monique is very supportive of the 313 Live Show and the family. So shout out to Monique. And thank you for being there. That's all love. And that's it. Shout out to all the people that donated. You guys are fucking wonderful. You guys are amazing. Like I say, I don't have a Patreon and we don't beg. And we don't ask for the donations. But God damn it, when you do donate, we appreciate that shit for real.
Y'all know who we haven't seen in a while, real?
Who's that?
But he did hit me up. Now that I'm thinking about it, he did hit me up and tell me that he was going to be MIA for a while.
Who?
But we ain't seen old Supreme in a while.
Yo, you ain't.
You know
what's up with Supreme, man?
I don't. He told me he was going to be. I don't know if he was saying he had some work to do or something. And I didn't think he was going to be going like this, but he told me he was going to be MIA for a minute. But yeah, I just thought he wasn't going to be on as much, or he wasn't going to be doing any videos. But it's been about 2 or 3 weeks we haven't seen old Supreme.
No, we gotta hope we get back in and get back soon. And let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast show, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be bringing that back in June. Myself and the crew, we are recording episodes as we speak. We got some episodes recorded, and we getting ready to start dropping them and releasing every Tuesday. We're going to drop an episode and drop it. Our vacation time is over. Danny Ave is back in the fold. She's a new parent. She has a beautiful daughter. And all the artists, let me tell you about this. All you local artists, Send your music to the 313 Live Show music at gmail.com. Once again, the 313 Live Show music at gmail.com. Submit your music. Do not send me no motherfucking link to no motherfucking SoundCloud. Send me a fucking MP3 file with your contact, your name, phone number, where I can reach you at, because we're going to call you and we're going to put you on the show. Now, I'm the originator of this motherfucking Song of the Week shit on this podcast shit, but I see a lot of motherfuckers now is taken from my book, my motherfucking playbook, and I appreciate that. They putting music on podcasts now, and they even putting motherfuckers featuring music on their YouTube channels now. And all that shit came from the 313 Live Show the 313 Live Show first. We've been doing this shit for over 2 motherfucking years. So, motherfuckers, y'all gotta start paying homage. Start paying motherfucking homage for real. And real talk is this. I was hearing the people, everybody was hitting me up in the email and was like, yo, real, what's going on with the podcast, man? We enjoy the YouTube, but we need the podcast. And then it was overseas and some people that don't even get YouTube that I didn't know. They didn't have YouTube in their country, so they needed the podcast. So I'm doing it for those guys. We have over 1 million downloads in 2 years. 1 million downloads on podcasts. 1 million downloads. Okay. We hit that in 2 years. So we will be back strong, running strong with the podcast. And those young ladies in California who works in that nursing home, I appreciate you ladies, because they was like, oh man, we would listen to your podcast show and it would get us through the whole night, the midnight shift. Well, ladies, we back. It's coming back. As a matter of fact, we're going to do a show this weekend. Me and Jay Street, we're going to be recording this show, and we're going to release that one this week. So it's on and popping, y'all.
Do y'all play music on it?
Oh, most definitely. Hell yeah. I take all the local artists.
Oh, well, you got to get the real song. Yeah, we got to give it real to make sure we get that song on there.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting on that. He got to give it to me. Go for it real and use my new shit for your shows. Also. Hey, Brainwash, you already played, baby. I got you coming. I know I'm on low key. He's the first. I'm doing a show with. I'm gonna feature Gab's album, the Gypsy album. I'm gonna feature that, and we're gonna roll after that. We're gonna do Low Key's album, and then we're gonna go down the line, and it's gonna be Brainwash and whoever is next. And like I said, but when Realists come in, then it's on the pop, and I gotta do the Realist. Just waiting on him to make it happen, and that's a show within itself. So some lucky artists, we're gonna feature your song on the episode with the Realist. So how deep is that? Your shit is gonna be on the same episode as the Realist song. Think about that. That's real shit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you, and me and Reggie will be back here next weekend with Giovanni. And we gonna make shit happen, do what needs to be done. And that's pretty much that.
Yep.
So, you got anything?
Can I shout out when I shout out? Can I give
shout out who you want, brother?
Advertising for Bomb First tomorrow with Mutal from the Outlaws. He's gonna be calling from Saudi Arabia. Mm-hmm. I think we got the phone the technology on the phone part worked out, so y'all be able to hear him and understand him. Mm-hmm. And so it's going to be a little late show because I think they like 11 or 10 hours difference. Mm-hmm. And so we're not going to go on air until about 8 or 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. Mm-hmm. So be looking out for from the alert from Bomb First. But Mutal is definitely going to be on. Mutal from the Outlaws, a.k.a. Napoleon, for those of y'all don't know him by Mutal. Mm-hmm. And we started off, we did a part 1 yesterday, but the audio on it was terrible. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to try to do it better today. Tomorrow. So y'all can tune in for that. That should be a good show.
Most definitely.
Appreciate you, Real, once again.
Oh,
and get those Del Pro East T-shirts. They we're almost running out. We're gonna have to come up with a new program for y'all. But anyway, y'all can get those out. Help your boy out.
Most definitely.
All right.
You know what you should do, Reg? Now, let's come up with an idea. What would be the top amount dollar to donate to get a plaque, to get a replica Death Row plaque? Can you make that happen?
Shit, they can have my plaque for the right amount. Got two of them. Let's do an auction. They can have my 2 plaques.
What is the auction starting off at? The highest? What is the bid for the plaque? Because I'm going in on that motherfucking bid right there. So so now what's the bid? You know, what is the biggest donation?
Tell them what they got. Let's see which ones they want. We got the one pre-Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
So I know y'all ain't gonna want that one. That's with Murder Was the Case on it.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop Doggy Style, Above the Rim.
I remember that one.
And okay, so that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Tupac one is, well, it's not just Tupac though, but it's Machiavelli, All Eyes,
Mm-hmm.
gang related.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3. And then Dogfather.
Okay.
And then Death Row Greatest Hits. And then the Dog Pound. So that's the second plaque. Those are the only 2 plaques I got. Everybody said they have single plaques and stuff like that. They didn't come from Death Row. I don't know who made them, but those are the only plaques that we had.
So
yeah.
What is the biggest amount to get a plaque to donate? What is the biggest amount, the most amount to donate to get a plaque? Because I
can't answer that. We're gonna have to just start it off. We just start getting them off, and we just start taking some action. People know how to hit us up on comment sections.
Most definitely.
And everybody see them. That'll make them subscribe to your channel, and that'll make them go into the comment sections and read it.
Most definitely. Now what you gotta do, Reg? You gotta take a picture.
Our Donald Trump friend, he put up 1,000.
Oh, he got 1G up. Okay.
Hey, KD 47730. Man, change your profile picture, man.
Yes, please.
That dude is not cool, man.
Yes, change that.
Man, you seem like a cool dude. You change your tune, but that dude is not for the people that you on the board with, man.
Not at all.
He is not for.
Not at all.
He's not for us, man.
So,
but you seem like a cool dude, so we ain't shitting on you.
Yeah, we ain't gonna shit on you. We gonna start off at $1,000. Freedom All TV putting up $1,000. Okay, listen, look, we done started some shit. But hey, it don't matter if you ain't donating.
Yeah, he up to 1.5.
Oh, 1.5. Freedom All TV, 1.5. Oh shit. Okay. We got 1.7 over here. I'm gonna throw 1.7. I gotta go 200 higher. What you got now?
Now we only talking about one plaque. We ain't talking about both of them.
No, that's for one plaque. Now that's only one plaque. Now
see, Evangelist 83 threw out 5 racks, but he bullshit.
Yeah,
that's what the problem will be. That's what the problem will be.
Yeah, you can't be bullshit now. You gotta. Yeah. We gonna figure this out. Me, you, and Bomb first. We gonna.
Yeah, we gonna figure
it out.
Yeah, we just talking shit right now, but we gonna figure it out. They can go. They done hung up in my house long enough. I told you I'm soft skinned and don't let no. Good night, golden girl.
Yes, good.
I'll holler at you.
Yes, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Hey, we out of here. Peace and love, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week, and I'll be back beforehand. I'm out. Good night.
Appreciate you, real.
I appreciate